recording is already done. Okay. So again, thank you very much for being at this second session of our seminar for students on virtual reality, arranged by the University of Navarre, by the School of Architecture, and framed in the effortly Erasmus Plus project, Education for Technology, Literacy, Inclusion. This is the second session of a seminar focused on virtual reality for students. This is the seminar for students. And I'm going to present my screen so you can check the sessions to the menu in order to organize the next 60, 90 minutes. I'm going to present my screen and share briefly a presentation. I'm supposing that you are watching my screen, where you can see what's going to happen today from 9 hours to 10:30. Today we're going to introduce you into the use of one of the most spread devices on virtual reality, that are the MetaQuest glasses that I have here with me. We are going to introduce you in this use, how to configure the settings of the glasses, and a couple of three applications, workrooms, WorkSketch Archeo related with design. And after this, we're going to introduce you very briefly, because the target of these seminars is not to educate you, to train you deeply in this application, but introduce you the possibilities of different ways of working with virtual reality, online, on site, with the glasses, etc. So we are going to see, for example, applications related to the collaborative work with people in different places.
Excuse me, Asier. Can you expand the screen? Yes, make it full screen.
All right now?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Workrooms. We are going to share you briefly how to go into workrooms. What is Gravity Sketch? That is an immersive 3D designed tool. With this tool, you can create objects, graphs, graphical representations, of course, architecture, models, etc. We will show you another very interesting application, that is Archeo. These three applications are free, and they can be downloaded into the Meta glasses. We will show you another possibilities with the Meta glasses, and after this, we will show you what are the possibilities of the virtual reality applied to the GIS. That is going to be explained by Nuno Mardones. And finally, we are interested in introduce the virtual reality and the artificial intelligence tools in order to create images that can be used in the virtual reality mode. So I'm going to I'm going. Sorry, I'm going to link now my glasses to the screen, so you're going to be able to see what I am seeing and what I am doing with my glasses. This session is going to be a spin-off next Thursday, because we have arranged on-site meeting at the School of Architecture with students that want to interact personally interact with the glasses. So these things that we are going to show this morning through my glasses, very briefly, are going to be experienced by the students that have a ticket in the attendance sheet that they want to do at the school. The first thing I have to say is that if you need glasses to see, commonly you don't have to use the glasses with this device. They are not needed if you are myope. This is my case. I mean, I have not a strong myopy, but I don't need the glasses. And also you need these two joysticks. These are two joysticks, each one for the hands, for each hand. And I'm going to start with the glasses. I am switching on the glasses, and through this application, online application that is provided by Oculus, that is oculus.com casting, you can link and share the screen of your glasses through the screen of my laptop or my computer. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to do the link, but the main thing, the most important thing is that you have to be linked through the same IP direction. So the glasses have Wi-Fi. They have to be linked to the same Wi-Fi network that your computer. So I'm going to put my glasses. Okay, let's see if they work. Perfect. I want you to wait for a couple of minutes, because I need to prepare the glasses in order to link the glasses to the computer. I have to say that these are the MetaQuest 2 glasses, and the 3 and the 3 model is already now in the market. These glasses cost more or less 300 euros, and then newest are more or less 550 euros or dollars. I need to put the situation of the floor. I'm going to create a boundary, a stationary boundary, because you can select between a stationary boundary or and a surface created by your joystick. So you can create a surface where your virtual reality is going to happen, and outside this surface, that is not the case today, you are going to go out of the virtual reality. Okay, let's see. If everything is going well, then already now you are seeing my screen. Is it correct?
Yes.
Can you confirm that you are seeing what I am seeing with my glasses?
Yes. A
Perfect.
screen. No, we are seeing a screen and a background of some forest.
Yeah. And are you seeing? Are you watching my avatar? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So as you are watching now, I am in a room where in the center of the room, and in front of me, I have a panel with some applications. Right here, you have if you switch here, you have my profile. This is my avatar that I have customized, previously customized, and here you have a panel with some applications. If you press library, it appears this screen where you can see a lot of applications. I recommend you that the first time you go into the Meta glasses, you you go into the first steps for Quest 2. That is an application which is going to show you how to manage the joystick, how to move, and how to use correctly the glasses. There are a lot of applications provided by the platform of Meta, and I have to say that these applications are constantly improving. You can download the last version of the application, as you are watching here. For example, the Tribe XR application is downloading the latest versions. Okay. So these are the applications that you can see. We have here Archeo, we have here Workrooms, we have here Excel, Word, First Steps, Meta Horizon, SketchUp Viewer, WhatsApp. Even you can see WhatsApp in your space through a screen, etc., etc. If we go into settings, in settings you will find several settings in order to customize your device. For example, in physical space, you can change, physical space, no, sorry, in virtual environment, you can change your place, the place where you are, where I am now. For example, I'm going to change this space into the Futurescape 1. And have you realized that you have changed the place where I am, and I can customize very quick this situation, this place, right? There are a lot of information here. You can change your idiom. You can you can change. This is very interesting. You can change the possibility of using these two joysticks that you are seeing here. Two joysticks. doing these two ticks, I can avoid the use of the joystick and simply use my hands. The glasses have two cameras in the front of the glasses that can read my movements hands, so I can use, as you are seeing, the hands with, for example, a pick to enter where I want, right? Okay. But I'm going to show you the joystick. I'm going back to the joystick, where you can see here several buttons. The main one is this one. It's like the enter in the mouse, the click enter on the mouse. This is very important. These two here in the side, in each side of the joystick, are important. Here you have some joysticks to move, in order to, you can move, and as in several game consoles, game devices, you have another buttons. The one that you are seeing here, this little one, is very important because it's the main button in order to skip or to resume or quit applications. Okay, is any question, or can I continue? I'm going to show you very briefly three applications that are workrooms, that are Gravity Sketch and Arkia. So go into the first one, that is workrooms. I mean, this online session is not so funny as the presential session, because you can experience by yourself all these things. The first thing that the application is asking me is to define a desk surface. So I'm going to define, sorry, a desk surface here on my desk, right? This is the surface. And I'm going to confirm. I am ready. Okay, so this is my office, workroom. And from here I can customize again my profile, my desk, the space where I am, etc. But I'm going to show you that from here and through this workroom application, use it in your computer. If you type in your computer workrooms, then you go into you will go into the application where you can create a profile or an account, and from there you can arrange meetings, collaborative and online meetings, as for example this one that I have created for today, that is called TEDx VR Seminar for Students. And I'm going to click with my right hand with the main button, this one, and I'm going to go inside the room. I am joining the meeting. The application is going to give me a seat, and I am here in a place where other people that I want to invite can join in different positions. I can, of course, change my positions, but here we have three very important objects that are my surface, work surface, that is here, which is this one, the blackboard that you are watching now, and this screen. The screen is like a normal screen of a computer, and if somebody cannot join with the glasses, he or she can join with Meet or with the application, and we can see he or her as if he is linked by a meeting or a Zoom, and we will see her face here. There are only one attendees because I am alone. I haven't invited nobody. And here you can see also the room, the computer, the settings, where you can, of course, track the keyboard, reserve the desk whiteboard, which is this one, etc. I'm only going to show you. Let's see if it works. How to, for example, work with the blackboard and my desk. Here, if I use this, let's see, if I use this application, I can use the desk whiteboard. I need to configure drawing on my desk with this part of the joystick, and I can start. And here I'm going to say hello, right? And what I am writing here, you are going to see in the blackboard, right? I'm going to erase, but I can also use, for example, sticky notes, where I can, you can see the sticky notes there. I can write hello, and you will see the stick notes there with my, for example, message. I'm going to erase this, etc. So I can draw, I can draw. What's happening is that my keyboard that is here in front of me, it's been linked, or the application is realizing that there is a keyboard here. So I'm going to put the keyboard not here, and I'm going back to my whiteboard. So you can, pen, you can write what you want, and everybody will see the messages that that I am writing here. So let's finish. Right? The application has a lot of potential in order to create this kind of online meetings. It's very comfortable. I recommend you not to organize more than meetings more with a duration no more of half an hour or 1 hour, because the glasses, I had to say, are a little bit uncomfortable. They are a little bit heavy, and some people can feel a pain at the head if you are using the glasses more than, in my case, more than 1 hour. But it works very well, and it's very useful to work with other people. Okay, I'm going to exit the room, and I'm going to exit the application. As I have said, it's very important, this small button that I'm going to press. Exit. right? I'm back in the place with my main bar. I'm going to the library, and I'm going to start the next application, that is Gravity Sketch. Gravity Sketch is a funny application where you can design objects, models, and whatever you want with a very intuitive, in a very intuitive way. You are seeing here in this starting room 3 examples, one by Justin Smith, another by Jaren Dorman, and a big car pickup by Diego Hernando, and examples of things that you can design with this application. Of course, they are very expertise people, they are very trained, but I suppose that with more or less a couple of months, you can learn enough in order to use this application. The joysticks are changing a little bit, but they have the same buttons, and you need to again to pick with this button things. And I'm going to show you, for example, a couple of examples that I've prepared for this presentation that are a small model and a data visualization created by a person that is me, that is not an expert in this program, but with only 5 hours I've been, 5 hours I've been able to manage and to learn enough to create these things. For example, the first one is a model. You can see the model. Please, if you don't see anything or you can hear, let me know, because this is very important.
We can hear perfectly.
Sorry?
That we can hear very well.
You cannot.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So this is the model. By pressing this button, I can go into the model, for example. I can move the model, right? This button, the blue one that I am pressing now. By pressing this button also, I can change the color. And here you have a blue, a red, and a purple button. The blue one is the main menu. In the main menu, you will find the settings, that is this screen, the save and export menu, the import, the layer, because you can work with layers as, for example, the Photoshop, the how to learn, orthographic viewport, and exit to lobby, to the previous screen. Here in the settings, you can choose if the mirror system, that if whatever you draw, it's created, is duplicated by a mirror, right? The vertical look, that is this one, home orientation, find my sketch, and the grid. I'm going to, for example, to switch on the grid. So you are now seeing a grid. The grid is like, for example, in AutoCAD, the snap up model. I can change the density grid, the grid density, sorry. You are seeing how the grid density is changing. I'm going to put the smallest one, and I'm going to activate it, because it will going to be useful if you want to create models more precisely. This is the model I created. I'm going to go out this menu. Okay, you have another preferences, the scale snap, etc., etc. The workspace, I can change the workspace by choosing the color. I'm going to put this one, for example. etc. I'm going to go out of this menu, and as you can see, I am in an infinite space where is placed my model. Okay, I'm going to go out this menu by pressing again the blue button, and I'm going to go to this purple menu. The purple menu is linked to the things that I can do with my hands. I can draw. For example, I want to draw a line. This line is going to be linked to the grid. As you can see, here there is a small dot that I can customize in size. For example, I'm going to put this one side, this one. Do you see? I can change the form, the geometry of this dot. Even I can change the color. I'm going to work with the gray one. And I'm going to draw, for example, a line. This is a line, and I'm going to draw a line. Look at the line. I can see this line from now several points of view. If I want to undo this action, I only have to press the red button, and it disappears. And for example, I'm going to draw a surface. I'm going to draw a surface here in the model. For example, I want to create a surface in this lateral panel. And let's see. I need to use my two hands. I press two buttons. Sorry. This is one. This is one. I move. And this is the surface, for example, right? If I want to change the color of the surface, I am going to this button with these tools, and I'm going to choose the color and materials, and I'm going to change the surface, right? I'm going to do undo with the red button, etc. So this is a very interesting application in order to create models, simply models, depending on your expertise, but 3D models that, for example, we used in architecture currently with SketchUp, but it is a very interesting tool because you can create not only models, but also whatever you want. As for example, graphics. In our project, we are searching for relationships between different technologies. And I think, despite of it is not being prepared already now a tool for data visualization, you can create this kind of graphics that I think can improve or can have different ways of visualization of the typical graphics, data graphics, that in this case, and as I introduced on the Thursday session, can be more useful with the use of the virtual reality and the 3 dimension. Okay, so Gravity Sketch is also a very interesting and free application. I'm going to go out the application by pressing the button that I show you. Sorry. Here. Let's see, settings. Okay. It appears here's the screen. Come back to the main space. Come back to the main bar. Come back to the library, and then go into the last application that I want to show you today, that is Archeo. Archeo is an application more related to architects, urbanists, and other programs like, for example, the BIM. You can you can mm, you can link this application, this visual application and creative application, with other programs as, for example, AutoCAD and BIMs. I'm going to show you through the getting start videos prepared by this application what is this application about. Previously, you can see that there are several examples. This is one, for example, right? Let's move to the previous one. That is this one. By pressing also these two red buttons, I can scale, right, the model. I can scale the model. I can move through the model, etc. Right. By now, I'm going to put some videos of getting started, because they are very useful. This works on both hands. With the buttons on both controllers at the same time, you can rotate and zoom out into your scene. Rotating your left wrist towards you will open a menu like a palette. Switch between tools by hovering the laser and pressing the trigger. The menu can be picked up from the center within a fixed position. You can also pick it up and throw it away to close it. When you briefly touch the buttons on the top of your controller, you will open a menu in a fixed position. From here, you can select new tools on both hands. When you press and hold the top buttons, you will activate the quick selection menu, where tools will automatically switch when hovered by laser. The trigger and primitive grade tool start creating flexible shapes that will complete solid shapes up and voice by pushing down. Using the buttons and controller, quickly select a new shape. Here I'm adding a prism as well. Placing props, releasing the trigger will finalize the placement. Teleport inside your model by pressing the thumbstick forward and control. Hitting this will keep teleporting you forward. When I go back to downscale, press the joystick forward to teleport to the model. Archeo geometry can be edited by touching the shape with the full interaction point. Edges, planes, and points like this. Notice how the smart geometry is active when you can break this connection by reaching into the shape, listening for objects. Using the laser edit tool, objects can be edited from a distance. Grab planes, lines, and points, and fill in exact dimensions to update your shapes with more precision. On your wristband, you can switch between orthogonal and freeform editing for more results. Switching to the move tool from the quick selection menu allows us to move objects from Archeo shapes can be split into building floors using these are great examples. Pick up a shape, all its top viewed shapes. It also works for props and offers powerful ways to automatically group, glue, and snap objects together. You can delete individual objects in Archeo. A more fun way to delete is just picking things up and throwing them away. This can be done on both hands and for groups of objects. In Archeo, you can track things, undo your actions by pressing your left controller thumbstick left for undo,
manage and work in the design options from the menu. From this menu, you can switch between models so that new design or make a duplicate of the existing model so you can try it. You can always switch back to your previous compare or explore the result. You can start a meeting from the meeting tab by filling a name, a room name, and password to share with your friends or colleagues. The first person joining a meeting will host it. Others are already in this room, you can join them instead. Adding 3D context to RTO is a great way to start a video. Add the edges of the table to make the net bigger or smaller. Using the map tool, you can fill in any address. I'm going to visit the Empire State Building. You can toggle on the 3D buildings, this button. Pan around the map to a new position. If you want to make space for new development, you can erase the current buildings by dragging a box around them or resetting everything again. You can open the section tool from the bottom tab of the menu. Show a highlight of the section plane that can be dragged in. You can always highlight a new plane and start dragging it. And you can change the section transparency. Sections can also be made horizontal and will cut away all geometry, including the effort of cutting it. Continue your work inside more complex 3D. You can access the material mode from the extended paint tab, where you can switch to the program mode. In this mode, you can see all the calculated floor space and import, export the first time program data. RTO's primitive shapes can be adjusted to update the areas in the settings from your lower menu tab allow you to change your units from metric to theme, turn off the shadows, or change your primary hand for your see the active multi-user avatar is supported, and you can fill in your RTO license details or start a 14-day free trial, import more models, and host larger meetings.
Okay, so as you can see, this is a very powerful tool. There is a free mode. You don't have to pay, but if you want the extended version, you have to pay. But I think it's very interesting and very powerful, and I think you can go deep into this application by yourself, experience it. I have to say that it's very funny and very interesting and complete. So I'm going to go out this application. Let's sorry, quit. And okay, with this application, we've finished the presentation of the Meta applications, and I'm going now to skip the virtual reality mode. And if you don't mind, maybe we can have a 10 minutes pause, stop, so I can prepare the next part of the session. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can we meet again at 10, for example, in 8 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's start again. So can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I can.
Okay, thank you. So this second part of the seminar is linked not to the meta, but to how to create and work with virtual reality products or images, products, platforms, etc. First of all, I have to say that we have a lot of platforms online that help us to manage to create or to have, in order to have materials, useful materials for virtual reality visualization. These materials can be modelized by programs or can be real materials. One of the most interesting web page is, I'm going to share my screen now, is, for example, a web page called Stock 360 degrees 360cities.net. Here you will find a lot of spherical photos that are the photos that we are using with our Meta and virtual reality glasses, because these are spherical photos. And you can, of course, you need to log in, create a password and a profile in order to download images of places that you are interested in. If there are several free images, but if one a concrete one, maybe you need to pay. But the menu and the images free are interesting. It's an interesting collection, and here you can, for example, look for, I don't know, New York or Venice, for example. You look for Venice, then you will find photos like this one. It is uploading. This is a photo taken from some with a drone of Venice, and as you can see, it's a spherical photo. We can watch it in virtual reality mode, because through the Meta glasses, and through the web browser that is in your Meta, you can go into this web page and you will see now, you are with your Meta glasses now, you will be in Venice, in the center of the Venice, looking at this with your Meta. So 360cities.net provides you a lot of interesting real images. This is an example, and I think you can find 3 or 4 pages more in internet linked to this case. But I think this is the most powerful and interesting web page. But you can create also your spherical photos. You only need a special camera that is one of the most affordable, cheap, and interesting camera that creates on site and very easily 360 degrees photos. This one is the Ricoh 360 Theta camera. The Theta camera, it's a simple device, very small device, that is very useful because you place this device in on a site, on a space, on a street, on an open space, wherever you want, and it takes a photo that is at 360 degrees. Like, for example, it's the same technology that is used by the car of the car used by Google Street View. This is a very affordable, as I have said, camera, the Theta. There are 4 models. The expensive one is more than $2,000, euros, but the cheapest one is about $300, 300 euros. That is the Theta SC2, and the quality of the images is very similar among the 4 cases. This is the SC2 for business, and I think it's very interesting to taste this device because you can create by yourself the surroundings, the photos of the spaces that you want to use with your virtual reality device. This, for example, is used in a very interesting project that I'm going to show you. That is this one, Home Reexistencia. Reexistencia and Rehabilitation is a virtual digital project done by the University del Valle, a Colombian university, and this is a research project that has been developed by architects in order to recover demolished, disappeared architectural milestones of the housing examples of the 50s of the past century that are considered the best houses, individual houses of the modern movement in Colombia, and they have prepared, modelized with 3D model programs, like, for example, SketchUp, V-Ray, etc. They have modelized the houses, and they have created 3D experiences, because you can visit each example, developed example, by looking at the planes, looking at the images, virtual images, graphic archive sequences, 360 degrees, and a virtual path that you can use with your Meta glasses. And for example, these are images, 360 degrees of these virtual spaces modelized with the programs. You are watching these images in my screen, but if you are using, for example, your glasses, then you can switch to the virtual reality mode and experience with your head-mounted display, full screen, this space. So this is, for example, an application of the power of the virtual reality in architecture, for example. where the people have used programs as, for example, the well-known SketchUp program that I have here. The program, I suppose, is well known by you. You can modelize whatever you want: a city, a house, an object, etc. And then you can apply materials with other extensions of the SketchUp, like, for example, V-Ray. This is a model of Bilbao prepared by the office, where you can see buildings, you can see a huge extension of the city, and as you can see, you can move through the model in order to confirm several things: the scale, the buildings, etc. I have to say that if you are not an expertise in SketchUp, it's very easy to learn. But even if you are not an expertise on the modelization extensions, I like for example the V-Ray, that is this extension. You have another options provided by the artificial intelligence, and with several and growing platforms online that allow you to transform these rough models created by SketchUp into renderized models. One of the most interesting application for modelizing is EvolveLab. As you can see, you see here this small icon that is EvolveLab Veras. If you use this application, you will SketchUp will go to this web page, EvolveLab, and in concrete Veras, where you can upload your SketchUp model, and through the artificial intelligence and a couple of prompts, instructions, the platform gives you different options depending on your interest. Okay, I want a model in a snow landscape, or in autumn, or I want a glass and wood model, or a concrete model, and the program gives you different options. You can download for Windows, for Apple, even you can use it in web, as you can see. This is the possibility of use the program online, and I'm trying to make you an easy example. Let's say if it works, because I have prepared rough and SketchUp model. Sorry, let's see this one, and it's so easy because you only have to drag and drop the image here, and then choose what kind of materials you want. This is the easy model and the free model, but if you, of course, if you pay for it, then you will access to the complete possibilities palette that EvolveLab provides you. I'm going to choose this for this living group materials, and I'm going to render. Let's see if it works, because the last time I think it's not going to render. Generate rendering with the chosen settings. Okay, it seems that I think when I am sharing my screen, it doesn't work. But I am going to prepare this image, and when I am not sharing my screen, because the next explanation is going to be done by Nuno. I'm preparing this image, and after at the end of the session, I show you the result. So now I'm going to give the floor to Nuno, because he's going to introduce you the virtual reality linked to the GIS possibilities. Nuno, are you there?
Good
Okay.
morning, Asier. Yes, thank you. So thank you everybody to being here. Now what I trying to explain is how to connect or how to link virtual reality with GIS or with GIS system. First of all, I try to, sorry, I'm going to share my screen. Just one moment. You can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I try to explain just in 10 minutes what are these connections, and of course, what is a geographical information system. I don't know if you know what is the geographical information system or not, but first of all, I try to explain in a brief way what is this. So geographical information system is a set of hardware and software that allow the management of data organized in databases. And one of the main features of this kind of hardware and software is that all the elements are geographically referenced. So this is a great possibility, because all the lawyers or all the information have an exact point of reference. Another of the important features of this kind of hardware and software is the dynamic possibilities of this kind of data or information. So you compare with the traditional or the classic cartography. Classic cartography are 2D information and 2D static information. So in the way, or in this other type of geographical information, you come a lot of lawyers, a lot of thematical lawyers that it's always geographically referenced, and you have the possibility of introduce dynamic information. So as you see in the image of the comparison of the real world and the GIS world model, you can see a lot of lawyers that you can superimpose, you can overlay, and of course any of these lawyers are independently of the rest of the information. So this gives us a great possibility, that is that anyone can create and share different layers that you can create or you can download in the web or in other places that this information are available for everybody. So in other words, this is a system that allows us to create, manage, analyze, and maps all type of data. So you can put in maps all kind of data or information. So this is the most important. No, you have a spatial area, you have data, and with this spatial area and data, you can create as maps as you want. I hope you understand this. I think it's relatively easy to understand, but I'm going to continue. What are the main characteristics of this kind of system? This kind of system are mostly made by alphanumeric data, but also you can include images, formulas, logic expressions if you want. And what is the alphanumeric data? These alphanumeric data are basically objects, a spatial object. You can have different spatial objects as you see in the left image. So you can have points, nodes, lines, polygons, grids, and things like that. And you connect to this object some more information or more descriptive data that it's called attributes. No, so for example, as you see in the right image, you have the ID of the parser of the plot, and when you put or when you press any of these plot, you automatically obtain this kind of information. For example, zoning. There are residential plot or are industrial plot or commercial plot. You can obtain also the address, zip code, state, region, or as information as you can obtain or you can create. So basically there's this information system have object that are connected to a lot of attributes. Of course, this kind of information have two main types of cartographic files. We have vectorial files or vectorial model and raster model. In the left image, you can see the vectorial mode. The vectorial model, you have a graphical element that you can create basically with three basic types of element: points, line, and polygons. If you are connected to understand what is a CAD or what is a bin system, CAD or bin system is usually a vectorial model. And you also have or can create information in a raster model. The raster model is the model that you have in all your screen or your electronic devices. The most useful is your TV. Your TV is a grid with a lot of points. Each of these points usually are named pixels, and which using with changing these pixels, you obtain a general image or what you want. For example, in this GIS system, the most common is to use color or use information for different kinds of elements. I'm going now to show you two examples of a real project. This is a project for a golf in Galicia, and we in the phase of information we obtain a lot of information, but this information usually in two kind of types of cartographic files. In the left image, you can see topographic information. Topographic information is vectorial information. You can see the lines of each altitude. And in the right image, you can see the isolation of each meter square of the territory. But this information, for example, the south orientation, is in one color and applied to a small area like a pixel. Okay, so you can obtain these two types of information, and what is important is that you can overlay or superimpose this information, and you can use the information that you want for your purpose. Okay, now I'm trying to explain you the functionalities or the main functionalities of these GIS systems. I'm going to go more faster because I don't have too much time. So the most functionalities, the most important functionalities, the first one is the information about allocation. So this is a map of Sevilla. You have a lot of points, and when you pick in one of these points, you obtain the information, the attribute of the object. In this case, the objects are the numbers, and the information is all that you can see when you pick in this object. For example, an image, the description, historical data, and so on. Another possibility of this GIS system is to discover condition of different parts of the territory. For example, this is inundability information of the rivers in the Comarca de Pamplona. So you can see which part of Pamplona are going to be covered by the water in the increases of the rivers. Another functionality is to analyze trend. No, this is a kind of dynamic information because you can compare different situations or different conditions in different times in different times. Okay, so this is the example of the there are three maps of of one state of United States that show the information of pollution in the years 2005 to 2007. I think the most common or the most used functionality is the route management or the calculation of the optimal routes between 2 points in different means of transport, and you can see the fastest way or the cheapest way or you want. The last functionality or the last main functionality of this system are the model creation. This is another one, the same example of the Gulf in Galicia, and you can see in this image how we can calculate where we need to add terrain or to remove terrain to create these golf holes. Okay, so you can predict the future. Now I'm going to done. This is a general example of a software of GIS. In this case, it's ArcGIS, and you can use it to, of course, to manage land and cities. Okay, this is the most commonly used for architects or for urbanism or for the designers of the territory, for geographers, and for things that for people that usually work with the territory. Now I'm going to show you what virtual reality add to the GIS system. Okay, the main, I think they offer two kinds of things. One of these is new ways of interact, no? So you can use or yeah, you can use this information in with a more degree of immersion, okay? So you can see in 3D what you are commonly see in 2D, okay? And of course, give new possibilities for the use of this geographical information. One of these is that it's allowed to use data, to analyze data, to study data of different fields like economic data, so social data in a specific place. No, as you can see in this image, you can see the world population information over the Earth. Of course, in my field, you can the possibility to design or develop new urban areas. You can interact with these urban areas as you can get even into the buildings. So this is of course a new way to show the future of our cities in a most interactive way. Another, I think, is another important possibility is not only the possibility, but the way in which we can design our cities. Okay, for example, you can for the same area you can design 2, 3, 4, 5 alternatives, and you can show it to the citizen. No, and this is important because in urban planning the public participation are one of the main goals to try to connect our cities with the people. So you can improve in this way the participation of the population, of the citizen in the planning design. And of course, you can improve the governance of our environment, as you can give our municipalities or our public administration a more effective way of see and analyze and study the different solutions. Of course, you can obtain a most powerful and most advanced software to manage our cities. As you can see in the image, you can in a most immersive way all the information of our buildings or our public spaces. You can see the uses, the years of the buildings, and all of information that you can create for these areas. So as similar to BIM programs, you can create or generate digital twins that offer extensive and detailed information, and of course this could be a dynamic information. Okay. What more we can obtain with this kind of with this connection with GIS and virtual reality is the possibility to recreate a historical moment or historical sceneries. With you can see in these photos, for example, Pompeii before the volcanoes. I don't know the name in English. So you can interact, you can walk, or you can see Pompeii before the catastrophe.
Eruption. Eruption.
Thank you. Uh, of course, you can obtain a lot of facilities or tools to develop our monuments, our historical heritage, and things like that. Also, we can evaluate or we can predict disasters or natural changes as floods, as earthquakes, or for example, to manage and respond to events like the spread of COVID-19. Okay, just for finish with this for presentation, I'm going to show you a video. It's a video of 2 minutes that I think that can summarize what the virtual reality offer for the GIS systems. So thank you. In Thursday session, we will have the possibility to interact with these 360 RGs. So I hope you everything.
Thank you, Nuno. It's time to give the floor to Enrique Rojo, who's going to explain briefly the possibilities of artificial intelligence integration of virtual reality images. But just before giving to Enrique the floor, let me show you the result of the Evolve Lab operation with because I have done very briefly the test and as you can see my image? my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the meantime, Nuno was explaining, introducing his explanation. I have uploaded in the Evolve Lab online application this graph image made by SketchUp, and I'm going to show you now what are the results done by hand at our offices. This is an example of our office, because this, for example, is the result of many hours of work, and it's hard to prepare this image because you need to know software as, for example, SketchUp, V-Ray, Photoshop, etc. And it took more than 2 days of preparation. This image, for example, is renderized one from the SketchUp image, and this is another one renderized with artificial lights in the night. So these two images are very expensive, need more than 1 or 2 days of preparation. You need to be prepared and with and very skilled. I think this surrounding maybe someone has his micro opened. Okay, thank you. So these are very expensive and cost images, hard to produce, and this is the result of 30 seconds rendered prepared by the Evolve Lab application with very easy prompts. Of course, there are many mistakes because this is the first step. This is the first time the Evolve Lab does the product. But this is, for example, a finished rendered building from the rough SketchUp image. This is another one. I only have chosen a prepared selection of palette of materials, and I repeat that it only has taken 30 seconds to prepare this image from the previous one, that was this one. And the difference between this image and this image is, depending on that you are going to use this image, it's worth to use the artificial intelligence, because if you want to show a client the different possibilities of a building, you don't have to spend many hours and time and money preparing different ways of visualization of finished materials. This is another example. This is another example, more minimalist, and this is another example, more green. And as you can see, this kind of programs, this kind of online platforms, this kind of software can be very helpful depending on depending on your needs. So now it is time to give the floor to Enrique Rojo, who is going to introduce you a little bit more deep into the artificial intelligence and its use in the creation of virtual images. Thank you, Enrique, for being here. We cannot hear you, Enrique.
Yeah, now
Okay.
it's activated. Now you can hear me?
Yeah.
Is it okay? So what I'm trying to explain is a bit further what Asier just explained to you, how taking the possibilities of the AI further to make images for architecture. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Okay. Let's wait. Okay. Okay, so. Okay. So in a way, there are like two types of artificial intelligence for architecture to make images. Usually they can be like web or standalone applications, as Asier has said, for example, with Evolve Lab. In this case, the most common ones probably are Midjourney, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion. Maybe you have heard of them because at least Midjourney and DALL-E are quite popular. But then also there are other tools in other softwares like Photoshop that you probably know as well that are already included in there and are tools, usually paid tools through subscriptions that take advantage of this. No, so in the end, the main thing with the artificial intelligence to make images is the prompts, a word that Asier already has used again, but a prompt is an instruction that you give to the artificial intelligence in a way that it can understand what you want. It's a narrative in the end. That's why it's also a bit open to interpretation. But the more specific you are, the closer to the results that you want you can get. No? So, for example, if you have the House of Tom Bobadil is a house that it's in the Lord of the Rings. So, if you put this prompt, no, an interior photograph of a medieval dining room, the room is long and the ceiling is low. No? So you can keep going and explaining more of what you want, and then you obtain this kind of image that it's done with Midjourney. That I will show you in a few minutes how to use it. It's quite simple, and I imagine that you would like to use it by yourself in the coming days. But as you see with the prompts, you can redefine them, no? Because it's so open, so it depends on the parameters you put on it. So the artificial intelligence knows better what you want. You can give priority to your words or the parts of the text that you have written, the format of the image, no, the aspect ratio in the end of what you want, the style. It can be like hyper realistic, maybe more sketchy, or it can be close to the style of Monet or Picasso, things like that. No, that also raises some questions about copyright, but that's something that we don't really know what will happen in the future. Also, the resolution or even the quality. No, I'm going to show you an example of a student here in the university that. Taking advantage of the artificial intelligence, presented the passage of some villas presented in one of Pliny the Younger's book. But the thing is that those villas, they were never represented graphically, so they are quite open to interpretation. So that's why they choose this kind of example, because it can show really well how the potential, no, of the artificial intelligence. Because as you can see, they started with the patio, for example, of the villa, and you have some prompts. So in the interior of a first century maritime villa near Rome, a simple foyer, no? So you can start giving some details on how can it develop, and then you start changing, redefining, until then you have the prompt that you want, no? And you have like in the interior of first century maritime villa near Rome, a simple atrium surrounding a pleasant small courtyard, T-shaped porticos as windows, roof protected, checkered marble pavement, some interior plants, no? So then you have this final image that you have been developing from those that you had in the beginning. Because I will show you with Midjourney, when you write the first prompt, you always have 4 possibilities and from it you can start reworking. And again, no, so with the dining hall, some prompts that you can start writing, but then you start having like a nice image that obviously have the atmosphere of a Roman villa, but when you start developing, then you get the final one that is closer to what you already thought. And again, as I don't want to be explaining this for too long, I think I'm going to change to Midjourney so you can really see how Midjourney works. Midjourney is integrated in Discord as a server. So from here, when you are logged in, you have your user, you have some rules here, how to use it, but the one you need to go to is the newcomer rooms. You will see that there are a lot of people, so it's a bit crazy that you start writing your image, but suddenly are hundreds of people at the same time writing the other prompts for things. As you can see, no, this is just last minute thing, and there are a lot of people just using it to make images, obviously from a lot of stuff. You see, no, this one, but in our case, we will use it for architecture. So here you start writing imagine. So then you have your prompt, and we will, I don't know, just imagine that we want to design a house made of concrete in a cliff close to Bilbao, for example. No? So we write that. So in this way, as for example, as we say, okay, Bilbao. So we are giving some context because this artificial intelligence will look through the internet.
You have written house, no, not house.
Sorry. So in a way, with concrete, a house, cliff, Bilbao, somehow they have some things that they can start from. No? So now we press enter. We are at the end of the queue. So you see, Sam told you it's a lot of people. It's incredible, but it's the way it works. So you have to go to the inbox where you have your mentions with your users, so you can wait from here and then click, because if not, you will lose your images scrolling down. You need to wait a bit, obviously, because as I said, too many people using the server, so
It's simply wonderful.
obviously, maybe at first one of the ideas are a bit too crazy, you know, it's like impossible to do it like that, but in a way, let's jump to it so we can see it in a bigger picture. So okay, so we have these 4 possibilities, you know, made of concrete, and obviously you can say, okay, I like this one. So you can upscale it, so you can have a bigger picture of the same image with better quality, or maybe you say, okay, I'm not satisfied with any of those, but at least the second one is something that maybe I can start working with, no? So, okay. So we check the second one, and we will get another one, another series of images, another 4 series of images, starting from this one, no? From the second option that we like the most at first. We have to wait, obviously, again. It's making these variations. Okay, so now we have again these 4 images that we can jump to. Okay, so just so make it quick, we say that we like the first one. No? So, okay, we upscale that one and we say, okay, somehow we have an idea of a house made of concrete in a cliff in close to Bilbao that we say that we can start with to develop some plans, taking that as a base. Obviously, cannot be like that. It's not real, but at least you have a grasp, no, an idea of what can be done. The thing is, as it's too open to interpretation, because it's, as I said, it's a narrative, it's a written or written words. Now there are other tools that are based more in graphical orders, you know. So, for example, if we go to this web that it's called Prom AI, in this one, you can you don't need to also write a prompt, but you start with a base image. In this case, as I will show you, it's just an interior of a living room, quite easily modeled with SketchUp, as Asier also shown some examples. No materials, it's just the windows, a bit of the lighting, and wood panels. No, that's it. Like quite generic, but at least you have designed the surfaces, how the space is going to be, but you need a render image of it. No, so okay, we drop the image here, because this image will act as the main basis. Here you can choose if you want some styles. In our case, we will choose photography because the render images usually try to mimic the photography of a final product. The render mode, precise also in this case, because with experience, I think that's at least for architects know that geometry is quite important. It's the best way for us to be more precise of what the space will look like. And then we have the prompt again. So here we say, okay, a living room full of light, because we have a big window, no? With cedar wooden panels. And white plaster ceiling, for example. From here, the artificial intelligence, as they can read now the geometry, and with the written words, it's easier to understand what we want. So we will click generate, and let's see what will we obtain from it. Again, they give us some options that we can then work with. You see? So we have these 3 ones, these ones below. That's another example I've used with the same model, but from another angle. But as you can see here, we have these 3 images. For example, the first 2 ones is like, okay, as this is the kitchen, and I didn't explain that glass panels were an interior, for example, the artificial intelligence thought that was like an exterior window, but it's not. So that's why, for example, this image is better in our case for that part. But this one, for example, is not the window in that part because it's like an interior image. But with this, we can start working, we can again regenerate, or even we can take this image to Photoshop, edit that window, and we have like an image that we can show to the client quickly. And even with Photoshop, if we don't like, for example, the furniture, because we took like the most basic one that we didn't really think of it, so we can say, okay, we want to change it with a nice table, new lighting, even the curtains, change the color, things like that. But it took us only 2 minutes to render this image that, as you said, it takes so long, and obviously you need a powerful computer to be able to render. With this one, you don't need a powerful computer because it's the online server that takes the hard work, no? But again, obviously, this will be a paid subscription. So in the future, everyone will need to somehow decide which tools they need, which ones help you the most, because obviously you cannot pay for all the available options out there. So it will take some time for you to make a bit of research and see that, okay, this artificial intelligence, it's maybe the more, it's the best for me, it's the more suited for my work. But again, you will need to work a bit with them. Okay, so that's it for me. It's again the turn for Asier. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Enrique. With this application, with PromI, you can also upload a sketch made by
By
hand.
hand.
And this artificial intelligence creates a render. I think I have. If you don't mind, Enrique, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Because I have an example of what I'm saying. I think I have here the example. Can you see my screen? Yeah, this is, for example, a SketchUp. No, sorry, a sketch drawn by the hand, and you can upload this sketch to this web page, and the web page gives you this result. Of course, this is not completely exact, but and this is an starting technology. And imagine that what can you do if you have the ability to sketch in with your hand, and then upload. You can upload your sketch, and the artificial intelligence can do the rest very quickly. And as we are saying, depending on the purpose of the image, then you can use this this technology. So I think we've finished our seminar for today. I think Romeo wants to say something, and I give the floor to the questions of the people that want to make some comments and questions that are very welcomed. And tomorrow we will continue with some study some application cases at our university, and finally on Thursday we will finish the seminar on site with these things and the meta and with the students that want to interact with these programs. I don't know if someone wants to say something. Maybe Romeo, I think he raised his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, but Romeo, are you there? Maybe he made a mistake when he raised his hand. Yes. But while we're waiting for him, Asier, I would like to remind everybody that has been invited to the session that in the same document where the link was shown, there's also the attendance sheet, the survey, and the assessment. So if all the attendants before they leave today, they can check and complete all these formalities, would be really helpful.
Okay, if there are no questions, then we can finish this session.
Well, I think Asier, we have many questions. At least I have many questions, but we leave them for Wednesday because the session is being I think wonderful. But I wish I had some few years less than what I have to be an architect in this new era, okay? But I have many questions. In any case, we'll leave it for the last day, and I think for the moment we'll close down the session. Is that okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the attention. See you tomorrow. Bye.